What's up? What's up? We're gonna wait for a few people to get in. A handful. I'm not gonna wait for like 20, 50, 100 or anything like that. Just 5 or more, and then I'll start going on and ranting. Can't tell who's here. Sanwaqen is gonna be SJBT Sanwaqen Valley Transparency is gonna be doing a live stream on this later. He just texted me. I text him all the raw stuff that I've got. I've got some raw footage from my cell phone that I recorded. Got the body camera footage. I got all of it up on YouTube that's involving this. And there's more that I just got today, which is actually absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we're gonna get a few more in here. I can't tell who's here for some reason. It's not popping up. Come on. All right. Could someone comment? Because I'm not seeing any comments. I can't even see who's in here. 2 more people come in and I'll start talking about what's going on. A little tired today. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? They changed things around since I've done a live. It's been like a year since I've done a live. Right about a year. All right. Just like a few more people in here so I don't have to repeat it to, a whole bunch of people. I know it's probably only going to be a handful considering it's, p.m. Eastern. Was that 11 a.m.? Yeah, 11 a.m. Pacific. Yeah. What's going on? I can't see any chats, so I don't know why. I took the back roads. It's 45 miles an hour and we're doing 30, but it's a beautiful day right along the river. Big old cigar boat out there making some big old rooster tails. So, yeah, it's a beautiful day. I don't mind doing 15 miles an hour below the speed limit because why not? It's not like I got anything else to do today. All right, so screw it. I'll just get into it. It's been 3 minutes. That's long enough to wait for people. I want to talk a little bit about the state of city council meetings. It is city council meeting, county commissioners meetings, depending on what state and how it is, but meetings where the general public get to come in. What the hell is going on, man? Okeechobee, Florida is absolutely not okie dokie. It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on out there. Warren Sapp, Hall of Fame football player Warren Sapp, getting arrested just for talking. There's a whole bunch of other people talking around him too. So he's got the crew, the armed fishermen, John Felix, and all these guys out there taking care of him. Fantastic, showing much love and support. Communities coming together. You got Bong Holio getting crapped on all over New Jersey, and he's making some change up there, making some adjustments. And with he's had a mayor recently. I seen a video where he had a mayor actually apologize to him, and is trying to do the right thing. And that's what we need to be trying to make happen. It's not about, coming out, getting the video for the clicks and views. You get that good clickbait video, but you have to do something with it. You don't just get the clickbait and then call it a day. You got to do something with it. So I got a really good clickbait video. I get ordered out of a city council meeting in Maumee, Ohio, because I wouldn't give my name and address. Absolutely. How's it going, guys? Hey, for the right amount of money, to see them super chats, I'll oil up a little bit. I don't mind. Get that baby oil. Mine does have ketamine in it, so it ain't a Diddy party. Maumee, Ohio. Yeah, Maumee, Maumee, Ohio. It's near Toledo. It's northwest Ohio, near Toledo, along the river, the Maumee River that separates Michigan and Ohio. So there's a river that separates the two. There's a battle over it in Ross or Perrysburg. I mean, it's a pretty historical area. But yeah, Toledo, dude, I got your email. I'm sorry, man. I've been swamped with work and other stuff and all this going on. But I'm so sorry, guys. Going along the river, that's a bit of a spotty reception. But I chose the river because I'd be driving slower versus the highway and the wind and all that. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, the buffer wheel of doom hit. April 7th, there was a city council meeting, and a city councilman named Ted Kurt. Now, to be fair, the guy in the audience interrupted the meeting, but the city councilman yelled at him, "I've got the floor, it's my time, meet me out, we can talk about it," instead of kind of threatening. And then he told the guy to yell at the guy to shut up. Local news picked it up. I seen it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I started doing a little bit of digging, and there's a lot of this kind of behavior, not but a lot of this kind of crappy behavior going on by city council, not letting someone speak because he asked about the city manager's clause within his contract that would be his termination, and he got shut down for it. So I'm like, I want to go there. I have a few questions about, Margot Puffenberger. I think that's how you say her name, Puffenberger, saying that she was threatened while in a city council meeting. But I've watched every meeting going back to as far back as I go, beginning of last year, and I didn't see that anywhere. We have a city councilman going on for 9 minutes in a rant, City Councilman Harris. And then we had the city administrator answering some questions for about 6 minutes or so. And then he goes off for 24 and a half minutes. There is just some crazy stuff going on with the city council meetings where they're taking advantage of the citizens, people that are scared to speak up. So I went out there. I just wanted some questions answered. I had a whole list of them. I had them written down. Like, I was going to just rip them off real quick. And if they need me to pause, hey, pause my time and we can go. I can make sure you get them all. But their rule, well, it's not a rule because it's not in writing. They don't have a rule in writing. Also, state law doesn't require it anywhere within open meetings laws or the ID law. But their rule is name and address. Well, again, I've watched every city council meeting, anywhere from 45 minutes to like an hour and a half of all of them, going back, like I said, beginning of last year. And there were dozens of times where people wouldn't give their full name or their address or name and address. In fact, the April 7th one, a guy named Jim didn't give his name or address. And it was just the next council meeting after that I didn't want to provide mine. So I told him, my name and address is of no concern of yours. Instantly, the mayor shuts me down. He's talking over me. So, I'm talking over him. And he tells, get him out of here. The chief of police goes to take me out. He's doing what he was told, like a good soldier, right? A good Nazi, just following commands. That's kind of what he told me today too, when I seen him dropping off some paperwork. But then another officer comes up, a sergeant, which unfortunately for this sergeant, he's wrapped up in this, but he's a nice guy. From what I can tell, we had a good conversation on recording and some of it off. And so I was kicked out of the meeting under threat of arrest. So I stand out in the hallway. It's kicked out of the hallway under threat of arrest. So I go outside in the courtyard. I'm kicked out of that part of the courtyard. There's a concrete bench there in the dirt. Now, it might be for decorations. I can't tell. It looks like it's to sit on. Well, I'm going to stand right there, and it happens to be where the window's the city council meeting. I'm recording from there. He says, if I don't get away from the window, he's going to arrest me. So that's 3 places the chief of police, Joshua Sproul, Maumee Police Division, threatened to arrest me if I don't vacate. 3 of those places were public. I had broken no laws. So today I went down with a stack of paperwork with a notice of intent to sue the city council, the city, the mayor, the city administrator, the chief of police, and the law director. They all sat and watched it all go down. They all should have spoken up. And there's a lot of craziness going on in Maumee right now. They're actually, this weekend, they're doing a signing party for recall election, which would be, I believe it's the 6th, which is Tuesday next week, recalling all but one city council person. They want to get rid of all the city council persons. They want to get rid of the mayor. And the guy that yelled, shut up, Ted Kurt, said that the only reason you guys want to recall us is to get in people favorable to you guys that would get rid of the city administrator. Well, when your job is literally to do the people's work, and if that's what the people want, then do the people's work. Now, who cares, if you got to fire him, that's what it is. Except the guy has got a clause in his contract that if he's terminated, he gets paid 260 days severance. Now, what's interesting about this guy is his name is Patrick Burch, B-U-R-T-C-H. You guys look up Patrick Burch, Dundee, Michigan, Jackson, Michigan. Look this guy up and you're gonna be like, what the hell? It's insane. Dude, it's a $12 million fraud scheme. Everyone else went to prison. This guy got off with bankruptcy. I mean, a lot of stuff going on. Dude, okay, that smart meter crap. I have been trying to get records for 2 years about that, and I just now got a records request filled that was 2 years old from the city of Toledo. Like, they are dragging me down by years. I have one from May of 2000, actually two of them from May of 2022 that I still have not gotten filled. They are going on 3 years now, and I needed that stuff for court to prove a certain individual was not telling the truth about some stuff and impeach some testimonies. But I couldn't get it because no one's playing the game, or they're playing a game with my safety and my freedom. But back to Maumee. Yeah, that water shit is ridiculous, man. So the Tuesday after the city council meeting, I went down to Maumee. I went downtown Toledo for a little bit. I had to go to Social Security Administration. Then I go out to Maumee for a little bit to try to get some records. And what happens? I'm told no one's going to talk to me if I'm recording. Then I'm told that I'm required to do a public records request online. Then I'm told by the law director I'm required to do my public records request on this form. I can't do them in person, verbally. But yet when you walk up the stairs to go to the upstairs where City Hall is, there's a giant, I'm talking like 3 by 4 foot, 3 foot by 4 foot copy of their freaking public records policies that says you're not required to do it in writing of any form. So I got shut down there a bunch. Wasted an hour and a half. Then today, I went out there to get some paperwork dropped off, and same thing happened. One guy who's the head of his department. He's like, I don't want to be on the recording. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. You're a public servant. It's how it is. You guys could be a shining spot for Maumee. And next thing you know, some lady from a different department, supervisor from a different department, comes in and shuts him down. He walks away, goes in his office, shuts the door. She walks away. I later on find out her name is Jennifer. She's the head of the taxation department, not the finance department. Well, but really the head of all these departments. The city administrator canned all the heads from what I have been seeing, researching, and looking into. He eliminated the heads of all those departments, and now they all fall underneath him. He's also the person that when I made my complaint about the chief of police throwing me out, my complaint, because it's the chief, goes to that guy. So the city administrator literally covers everything for the city, and he's the one that has been accused of fraud and all kinds of other things. We've got him in some lies, what appear to be lies. Maybe what appeared to be lies. He said that his family was followed, that he had someone show up at his house at 8 o'clock at night, people throwing garbage on their lawn, they feel threatened. But when you do a records request for the city of Maumee, which is the city he works in, see if they had any complaints from him about anybody. And there were 2 of them, but we're not linked to those stories. Danny Cobb, a guy that was speaking out against the city council members, who ended up getting some felony charges pressed against them. They all got dropped from what I understand. There was a settlement. I haven't spoken with Danny Cobb. We've been kind of playing phone tag. Then you have Michael. Sorry, a lot of train tracks. Then you have Michael Tinney. Michael Tinney was arrested for criminal trespass because he is not allowed to be on the 2nd floor of the municipal building, which is where City Hall is. But I got a copy of the email that was sent to him saying he's not supposed to be there. The problem with that is there's no police report of any kind of misbehaving. There is no disclaimer of your behavior or anything like that. It's just that you can't be up here anymore. I think it was just a thorn in their side, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be me here really soon, where they're going to try and trespass me. But every second of every moment in that building I have on video. And I'm working on getting the security camera footage. Thankfully, it's run by the police department, not the city administration, because I'd never get it if that was the case. But yeah, so there's a lot going on. I got some records filled today. I was able to actually talk to the records clerk today. Very nice. Casey, very nice. Thank you, Casey. The only person that's treated me anywhere respectful on the 2nd floor up until that moment, up until I met her. And there were even some after I met her. In fact, I left talking to her, went to another department just to look and see, it's taxation. I'm wondering if they're doing things like a lot of the other small places around here are doing, and taxes are being done through an app. And talk to that's how I found out the lady's name is Jennifer, because she's in charge of the taxation department, or she's at least the supervisor there. And I had to go right back to Casey. I went to Casey 4 different times. My brain was just melted. So I'm going to be putting out some more videos of, in fact, today's is going to be completely unedited with one little bit where I edit out my email address that I use specifically for these things. It's not a public email address. Eventually, someone's going to figure it out. It is what it is. But when it's time, it's time. And my phone number, because my personal cell phone I don't give out. I do use apps, Text Now and Google Voice and stuff. But yeah, there's a video that's going to be coming out that's going to have everything on Tuesday, then everything today. And I was able to physically hand, hold on, there's one. Oh, come on. I know I can get it. This one I have to cover up. It's got my information on top. I was able to physically hand the mayor a letter of intent to sue and a cease and desist letter. The cease and desist letter is about their behavior in city council.